25% profit in the past 24 hours. Thank you, Bitcoin. BlackRock is introducing spot BTC for their clients. Hurrah! And the SEC is trying to stop the train. Hello, welcome to Bigwick Energy, a 100% automated copy trading bot, fully managed by the Block Party trading team. It's exclusively available on Mizar, and if you want to get access, just head on over to mizar.ai, check out the marketplace, and we're right there. If you want a truly set and forget experience with automated trading, then this is for you. There is no monthly subscription. We only get paid if we win. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps us grow and bring you more awesome content. Enough yapping, let's get into those trades. As always, first and foremost, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, and by doing that, we are going to find out, or at least try to find out, what the market is going to be doing. And what the market is saying to me right now is looking bullish AF, hashtag if you will. But this is not just one of those kind of like moon boy comments or anything like that at all. We are genuinely looking very, very bullish. We've got some real exciting news from yesterday with the 8.5% CPI coming in, which is leaning towards inflation coming down, which is super positive. We're seeing things like the DXY just drop like a stone, and this is all leaning towards a very bullish sentiment for crypto in that sense, and just generally investing, you know. So what are the key things that we're looking at the moment? Well, like I said, the whole CPI has just given a tremendous bump to the market in the right way, and it's kind of instigated a lot of money to go in. In fact, you know, not just based on yesterday alone, but in the past 30 days, we've had $250 billion come into the crypto market, which is huge, and relatively minimal, touch words, FUD. Usually at this point, when we start to see any kind of bullish sentiment for Bitcoin come out, then something catastrophic will be announced. That just seems to be how it's worked for the past 8 months. And now we seem to be, like I said, touch wood, breaking out of resistance after resistance and pushing up. What's really encouraging now is we've not gone all the way down to the bottom of this range, and when you bounce halfway in a range and start to head back up towards the top of the range, it's incredibly bullish. It means that there's a lot more bullish buys being put in place because people don't believe the price is going to be dropping down that much, and that's what we're seeing right here. Super exciting. So we've just broken out this kind of ascending wedge. There's quite a lot of bearish factors at play on a technical analysis point of view, whether it's, you know, being overbought, you know, bearish divergences on both the wave and the RSI, and also a bearish reversal looking at the alpha wave as well. So relatively short-term bearish news. We are only looking at the 1 hour at the moment, as we do every day, to try and get a bit of a gauge on the next 24 hours to see if we're going to look to make some trades. But, you know, look at the more macro aspects on a more weekly basis. Otherwise, you start getting a little bit too granular and seeing things that probably aren't there. My general take on what we're going to be doing is if we break out of this key resistance, which we have at $24,746, or seven, you know, around about there, then it's going to be looking pretty bullish because that is the very local resistance. And if you look back here a little bit, this resistance was sat at 2,470, around about that 24,500 mark, which is, again, any of these round numbers are often act as very psychological resistances or supports, but we've smashed through that. And we've just now got to head above this really local resistance, like I said, at $24,746, which is super great. And now it is just a challenge of trying to hold that and get a close above it. We have had the US market open, which is great. And, you know, we saw a massive pump, and literally at the same time as that, BlackRock announced that they are launching Spot Bitcoin Private Trust. So this is amazing. You know, what they want to see now is they want Bitcoin to pump straight up to 27K and be on all the headlines. And trust me, so do I. So that is Bitcoin. We're looking pretty bullish. These are the general projections. I figure we are going to be going to 27K at some point. If we do lose this and it does go south, I think that a very realistic target is around about 23,500, in which point we could end up forming a bit of an inverse head and shoulders as displayed right here, because I am very bullish long term regardless. So even if we do drop down, I think we're going to still come back up. which, you know, God bless DCA. This is what it's built for, is to not assume, but know you're never going to buy the exact bottom. That's what DCA does for you. So as we can see on Bitcoin right now, we're coming up to a little bit of a retrace. So yep, we can be seeing ourselves come back down to about 24,750, but we do really want to be trying to hold that if we want to see some, you know, extreme bullish pressure head on up. So let's hope that continues. But it seems to be the way of the world that whenever I do these videos, we seem to have some bearish pressure come in. Let's hope that changes soon. Let's take a look at the Block Party portfolio. Again, all of this is available automatically via the Big Wick Energy, available on Mizar, and all managed, you know, essentially for you. We conduct all the buys, all of the safety orders, all the take profit. Well, not the take profits. We set the take profits. The exchanges do the take profits for you. First up, Cardano, and we've been in this trade for a little while now, and it's been just going pretty positive. We obviously had this massive blip down here, but we're back in profit. And assuming Bitcoin keeps up with the bullish sentiment, that will be closing pretty soon. AMP is looking very, very positive. We are in profit on this now. But again, it's still in a relatively consolidating range. We're not doing anything too spectacular. So if we break out of this price point at around about 853, as you can see there, then that should go to profit pretty quickly. AXS, look at that V-shaped recovery. Oh, AXS has closed. Right, okay, so that doesn't need to be on there. Good work. Well, AXS closed, fantastic. BNB down, and all the down tokens are going to be pretty miserable right now. As we discussed in past couple of videos, we're just going to wait to see where that lands. So we obviously went in with a long on BNB, and that's doing very, very well. And again, we want to be breaking above this resistance here at around about $333, and that should go to profit. Bitcoin, this is just looking pretty damn good. We had a good look at all of this, and it's just breaking out. It's retracing at the moment, though, so we'll see where that goes. ENJ, you know, we've got this quite nice looking head and shoulders pattern actually forming down here, and that's where we want to go. So on that basis alone, you know, we might bring this take profit. Oh, it's a bit over OTT, that take profit. So bring that take profit down to about 5%, maybe a little bit lower, in line with this resistance just here. And yeah, we'll just get out of that trade. Ethereum, this I'm just going to be holding. I think, oh, we did actually close that as well. Good work. Need to update my charts, but that's smashed through the old resistance there, and also take profit. We did 25% profit in the past 24 hours, which is quite nice. But what's really, really encouraging as well is we've got, of the 22 trades we have, 21 trades now we have open, got another one that's closed quite recently. 21 trades that we have open, we've only got about 4 or 5, maybe 6 in the red at the moment, and 3 of those are the down tokens. So all of the longs are looking very, very positive right now, like literally very positive in the green. So looking good. HNT, one of these days it will come back good, but we are still tracking in this descending triangle, which is quite a bullish pattern, to be quite honest. So what we want to do is, like I said, we want to get our head above this trend line as soon as we do, and it's nice and confirmed. As you can see here, we wanted more confirmation than this. We want to be getting back above a very, you know, showing some more local, maybe not local, maybe more longer term, higher highs, higher lows above this trend line right here. As you can see, we wanted to see a higher low here. We didn't. We smashed back down. So we want to see that kind of pattern emerging up here without too many heavy kind of divergences. As you can see, one appeared there. And IOTX, this one's looking pretty good. We've got a nicely here, expecting that to close pretty soon. Again, a lot of it is subject to Bitcoin and what the movement does there. You know, as we've done analysis over the past few days, it's looking pretty bullish, a lot of volume coming into it, a lot of good news around it. So IOTX is looking great. KDA, one of our more lower cap coins that we went in on. Not KDA, sorry, KMD is one of our lower cap coins, getting those two mixed up because they're next to each other. yeah, all looking pretty good here. We've now got a bit of this symmetrical triangle forming, so we could come down to here on the retrace, but ultimately if we break out of this trend line here, we're going straight to take profit. KMD, here it is, the lower cap asset. Look at that perfect double bottom. This is just going to be, once we break out of this kind of, I'm going to say neckline because I know it's not a head and shoulders, but I just say neckline because that's kind of my terminology personally. But if we break through around about 3252 here, or 32 cents, if you will, then that is going to absolutely fly. What I love about these kind of, I say low market caps, they're not low market caps, these smaller market caps, is they have these massive spikes, which is just so good for DCA because we'll pop down, but then we'll just see this huge wick and it'll just close out the trade in one very irregular candle. But from an actual TA standpoint, it's actually looking really good. Link down was our only safety order in about the past 48 hours, which finally went down, and that's brought it to within 25% of closing, which, you know, may I add, divide everything by 3, so whilst it is 25%, it's not actually that bad. So we're looking at around about 8%, I think. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, it's 8%. So if it does pump, or dump, sorry, should I say, 8%, then we'll probably close. Now, with these down tokens, I'm not going to be pushing for massive targets on them. If we get into a break-even scenario, even, dare I say, even not, you know, even a little bit short, within 1-2%, I'm probably going to close these trades. Because the entire market, in my opinion, is looking a little bit bullish. LTC, doing super well. That was almost at take profit, but it just got stunted on this most recent Bitcoin retrace, but it is getting above all nice local resistances, which is what we want to see. Matic as well. Oh, look at that, that's annoying. It got above it, that real key resistance there, but it got slapped back down by Bitcoin, and that should really have closed. But like I said, everything is looking bullish right now. So we'll see how that plays. And SHIB is what closed. Okay, I thought a trade closed. This was, look at that, the bane of our lives only a couple of days ago. Didn't close within 0.2%. From that 0.2%, we dropped all the way down 8.95 cent, 9%, and we have jumped all the way back up 9%. So we've had an 18% swing in the past couple of days. Welcome to crypto. But anyway, we've closed SHIB, which is awesome. So that's now 30% in the past 24 hours. Pretty sweet. And everything's kind of showing this vague little like inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is really, really good. You know, these inverse head and shoulders are super bullish. They've got such a good strike rate of coming through. SXP all looking pretty good. Massive recovery. Again, I'm gutted I didn't get my safety order on there. TRX down, same story. XMR is interesting. One trade, that's what I'm missing, Mina. So interestingly on XMR, Binance are sporting the upgrade there. So we've got a news trade and we're all about controlling that average buy now because we're just going to wait for all that volume to come in, which will hopefully happen at some point. And when Binance does support these upgrades, it usually does. VeChain, VET is always looking good. It's got a good hype behind it. It's got so much good traction, and you know, like I said, with VET before, well, we don't have the targets on there. Let's add those targets in now. We don't have those targets in there because this trade closed in profit. That would be why. Okay, so moving on, XRP and news, get the average buy down. All looking good, back into this longer term channel which we established, which is very nice, and the top of this channel should take us to take profit, but I am going to be looking probably a little bit further than that. If we get any semblance of confirmation of the closure of this SEC case, I am going to increase this so high and just let it ride out. Still great asset. We've got a pretty clinical inverse head and shoulders forming there. So again, we're going to ride this one out. Currently in nice profit at the moment. I'm not going to close this early because, like I said, I've got a lot of confidence this is going to head on up. Could potentially even increase this take profit, which is going to be my next consideration, to be honest, when I jump off this video, is to have a little look about increasing some take profits here. pretty bullish on Bitcoin on the whole. And then finally, which I don't have listed on my live trades, but is actually open. And the reason it is open is because they've got a lot of bullish news coming out. Is Mina, M-I-N-A. And I think if we flip over to this chart, not Mia. If we flip on over to this chart here, then I've actually got a screenshot of the news that we're looking at. And we have the confirmation of, you'll see why I can't remember it off the top of my head, the ZK Apps Builders Program. That was completed, and Cohort 2 application is now open. And that literally was completed over the past couple of days. Maybe, in fact, actually that was completed today. And we had another one, improved node stability. I think one of the other things as well. So there seems to be quite a few updates and roadmap completions dropping for Mina, which is super positive. And I expect that just to go. So what we're looking at there at the moment is a news trade. So we're just going to control the average buy. That, guys, sums up everything with the Block Party trading portfolio. As always, you know where to find us. We're exclusive to Mizar with this setup, and we do it all for you. So it is a truly set and forget system. And please give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube, because it helps give us a little pat on the back and bring you more of this awesome content. Take it easy.